Hi there, and welcome to Your Wee Gems. And today is day number 10 of the 12 days of Christmas. So, today we are going to talk about expectations, mainly because at this time of year we have so many expectations. But I'm going to do it in a slightly different way from how I usually talk about expectations, because there's two separate expectations. We'll take the first one, which is expecting good things to happen. And this is what a lot of people call law of attraction, but I personally prefer to call it the law of magnetism, because we are electrical magnetic beings. So, to be honest with you, the fact that whatever we put out, we actually get back. So if we think about whenever we say things like, well, I know that's going to happen, and it does, or I know that's what's going to happen, and it does, and one was positive and one was negative, that's what happens. We put it out, it comes back. So it's not that we put it out, and whether we believe in God or whether we believe in universal forces, or we don't really know what's going on, but we know there's a higher power of some sort. We are taught in religion that if we're good, we will get. But that's not how it actually works. If we put out, we get. That's how the law of magnetism, the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, whatever we put out, we get back in, because we are magnetizing that back in. Now, there's a little thing here at the base of the brain called the reticulating activating system. And what happens is, when I expect something and I put it out there, funny enough, I start saying. So a great example of this is when you see a car in a magazine that you go, oh, I've been looking for a new car, and that one's really nice. I've never seen that one before, and I've never seen that colour and that shape. That's really lovely. I'd love one like that. And you're driving right down the road, and all of a sudden you go, oh, there's one there, and then and there's one there, and there's one there. So reticulating activating system gets into the way, electrical energy goes out and pulls that towards you, and you start seeing more and more and more of what you said, which came out and into the ether and now coming back to you. That is the metaphysics, the bodily physics of how this all works. So with expectation, if we expect something not so good, we will get something not so good. If, on the other hand, we expect something really great, we get something really great. I'm often, often when I'm in the car, seems to be a car theme today. Often when I'm in the car, I'll call upon what I call my parking angel, and I'll say, right, okay, anywhere here, parking angel will do. And all of a sudden, a space appears. Many people do it. And all I'm doing is engaging the reticulating activating system. There has to be a belief in that expectation, because many people do it and don't get anything, and that's because they don't expect it. They say the words. So this is like affirmations. I'll say it, but I don't believe it. And leading me is all about believing what I'm saying, or believing I can do something. The problem is, a lot of the time we believe we can't do it, so we get that back. So this is expectations at its best. If we are looking at this festive season and saying, oh, I know how this is going to be. I know when she comes in that door, it's going to be all about her, and she'll just ruin everything. Well, you're right. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because one, you're going into the movie before the movie has even started. Now, remember what I said about the movie. When we're in here, we're actually in the movie, reacting to everything that's going on. So we're in the movie theatre, we're getting it, it's like, oh my God, I got a fright in my life. Right? We're reacting every second. However, someone comes in, what? Oh, I never even saw them coming in. They're eating something, I heard the sound. Now I'm looking, geez, these come in and I was so in the movie, I missed this. But now I'm out the movie, I can see everything. Well, this is the same thing, guys. You are in the movie as soon as you start saying what someone's going to be like or something. Now, we've talked about many things, and one of them is choice. So we are choosing to be in that environment. So why not make it the best environment it can be? Why not leave expectation at the door as far as the negative and bring expectation in on the positive? Now, it's not the positive thinking works, it's the expectation of what's going to happen. So the expectation this time is, I don't care what anyone does in this environment, I'm going to have a great time. And I'm not going to think about who's doing what or what's doing who. I am not going there. I'm going to keep myself in a lovely space of smiling, laughter, appreciation, the whole happiness. I'm going to choose that mood I'm in. I'm going to have boundaries and reinforce those boundaries of I am staying in that I'm staying out of the movie and I'm going to have a really good time. I'm going to let go and just be peaceful throughout this thing. And I'm letting go of the negative expectations, right? Letting go of those. I'm giving whatever I can and I'm going to receive. But I'm not going to receive all the shite that I've talked about year after year about that person or this situation. I'm actually going to receive with love all the goodness that I'm looking out for because I expect that to happen. So expectations can be extremely good for us if we are on the line of willing to receive the good stuff. If on the other hand, we're putting out before we receive, we're putting out all the shite, you're going to get shite back. Your choice. And I've just named all the days of Christmas that we've been talking about over this last 10 days. So choice is the biggie. Choice, it's your choice to have the expectation that you want, not the expectation that you've habitually talked about and habitually talked about, okay, where it has been bitching. Because when we look at the ladder of leadership, this part here, this blame and victim, this belittling part, this is the bitching part, as well as this bit about it's got to be this way. And I know best, Mags. It's okay for you to say that, but I know what they're like. Well, hey, keep doing it because that's judgment. And that is you putting out exactly what you're going to get. I'm not going to say that it's going to be different for you if you are still here and here. Okay? This is where, when we are out of the movie, we are here, we're response able, and we keep the balance. We're not here belittling self or others. We're not here bigging it up, trying to be in control, judging every moment. We're in here, leading me. And that is when we are mastering the ego. So before you go anywhere, if you start catching yourself, if you start saying things about somebody else, just be aware and catch yourself and bring yourself back in. I've mentioned before, I've got a couple of tools that get you back in there. For those of you who have done those tools, and I know there is some of you out there who have gone through, if you catch yourself here, then use the 4 hours to get you back. If, on the other hand, you're bigging it up, use the 3 keys to get you back in this center ground. You know, this is where we use the tools, okay? So as far as you having a good time at this time of year is entirely up to you. But it'll be what you put out before you go anywhere near a person or a thing. So just think to yourself, what do I want from this? What do I really want from this? Because if you're quite happy just to stay in that shitey mode, then expect more shite to come your way. If, on the other hand, you actually want to just be and have a great time and, you know, stay out of that movie, then decide before you go anywhere near it that that's what it's going to be and keep those boundaries up. If you don't know your values, remember, you can't lay the boundaries down to then go, no, not getting involved, stay out the movie. Okay? So, today, expectations is a good one. You are the perfect you, remember. So the perfect you can choose which way you put out and which way you receive back in. And that's the beauty of being in that receiving mode, is we can receive whatever as we put out, whatever we're putting out back again. So just be careful what comes out of here. There's a wonderful Navajo Indian saying, which is, be careful of the words we use as it creates the world around us, because it's going in here and it's going up here and it's creating everything around us that we put out. So staying in that middle ground of leading me, staying out of the movie, that's what will make a difference this festive season. So master your ego rather than your ego mastering you. It's a far nicer place to be. And remember, ego mastering you is all mental health issues, right? And if we go back here, my mental health issues was this side. I had a massive issue on this side. This side here, if you're here, you have to go there. And of course, depression that I did end up in, that's pure victim mode. I hate to say it. I hate to think of myself as being a victim, but it's pure victim mode. So, you know, I caused that. I caused my own dis-ease in my body for what I was putting out and getting back. However, I changed that. And for over 20 odd years now, I've not actually been near depression because I won't allow it in, because I'm mastering the ego. When the ego masters me, my mental health issues are really bad. Come back in this centre ground, out of the movie, I don't have the mental health issues that once upon a time I was prone to because I allowed the ego to master me. Joanne, lovely to see you there, my darling. Joanne says, a wonderful reminder, Mags Bell. Thank you, Joe. It's great to see you there, and it's great to have you here. It, it is the reminder that sometimes, especially at this time of year when things are manic and we're doing lots of things and trying to get things organised, just think to yourself, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of time, come into centre ground, come into that leading me state, and just take a few deep breaths and think, what do I want out of this situation? And you will find life and this festive season will be exactly what you expect. And that choice is then up to you. So as we all know, if you like this sort of stuff, then down below, pop some comments in there. Joe has just popped a comment. I know I get in my own way. Yep, we all do, Joe. A great point. We constantly just get in our own way. And the main reason is we don't come back to centre ground and take time for self. We keep thinking we need to get rid of that. We need to, you know, put ourselves out and do this and do that and get this. And it's busy, 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 busy. It's like, why are you busy? The busiest thing you should be doing is on me, taking care of me, because everything else around you will feel far, far better. Janice, lovely to see you, my darling. Good to have you on board this morning. Janice, I said hello yesterday as well. It's wonderful to have you along these. Morning, again, wise words. Yeah, just breathe. Breathing is one of the best mechanisms. Anybody who meditates, meditation has changed my life. There is no doubt whatsoever. I started with breathing. I went on to meditation. I used to say, oh, I can't, and my mind's too busy. That was just an excuse, right? So I stopped making excuses and started coming in here and leading me, right? That's the key. I need to lead me. Others will feel great. Okay, so as always, as I say each day, we've got the 12th day tomorrow, 12 days of Christmas. It's the last of the 12 days. So Pop your comments in, let me know what you're doing. Subscribe if you like this sort of thing. Give me some loving if you haven't already done so. And I will see you tomorrow for day 12. And as always, stay true, stay you, and keep bringing out your brilliance. Bye for now.